Alrighty, guys. So hopefully you got some snacks, some drinks. This is going to be a very long-winded video. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff tonight. We're going to go over the who, what, where, why, how, basically, of all of this stuff, and explain my thought process. Who am I? I'm a nobody. Just someone that enjoys the stuff. Just been using it for a while, and I'm going to tell you what I think about this stuff, basically. So, before we get into it, biggest supporter of the channel as of now, Brownells. Go check them out. Fantastic people. As always, use code BOP10. It's going to save you 10% over there. So, let's get right into this. I have it broken down into, I think, 5 categories. And I will explain why they are in those categories. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so like I just said, I have this broken down into categories. And the reason for that is I think people get a little bit, they stray a little bit from these categories. And I think it's kind of important to stay with these. So let's just get into the first thing. Obviously, a rifle. So you're going to want something that is just something that you're willing to put your life, like, how do you say this? That you want to trust your life with, basically. So what we have here, I'll just do a quick run through of this. This is like my go-to BCM 14.5, BCM lower, Geisley. It's a single stage one. Forward control safety, B5, whatever, EOTech with the Unity mounts, EOTech magnifier, Steiner D-Ball D2, Mod Light, Griffin Recce 5, and yeah, that's about it. Arisaka hand stop and good old Flatline Fiberco sling. Love those things. So yeah, basically just a super solid rifle. Obviously you're going to need a rifle. So that goes with both of our categories that we have going. Not much to say here. Just get out and use it and figure out what works for you. This setup works really good for me. It is what it is. So you need a rifle. Next up, helmet. Doesn't have to be a helmet. It can be anything. Obviously, have a PVS 14, so helmet is kind of a must. Just run through this real quick. Just knock off Wilcox. It's the OpsCore bump. Mod Light, the IR head on there. Just a little, that fell off. I'm supposed to have a Ranger band on there and I didn't. So learn from my mistakes there. Counterweight, TNVC1. And yeah. The ear pro that I run on here is the Safariland Liberators. As you can see, I have it on the behind the neck, but easily pops off of there and snaps into these guys. Yeah, I like those. So no matter what you do, you will need some form of ear pro, is what I'm getting at. Whether it be, it could be whatever you want. So if you want to be rocking a boonie, which I have in my bag, that's why this is on this mount right now. You're rocking a boonie. If you want to wear a helmet every time you shoot, that's kind of weird, but whatever. Do it. Who cares? So yeah, that's again something that goes with both of my categories here. You're gonna need something on your melon, most likely, but you got to figure that out for yourself. All right, so now we have reached the point of the categories. So me, again, it's all preference. Everything here is just my preference, the way I see things. You can see things however you want. This is just showing you the way I see it. So, not a big plate carrier guy, which is kind of odd. It's a pretty cool plate carrier, but the way I see this is if I have a plate carrier on, I don't intend on having it on very long as just a regular old civilian. This isn't going to be on me for very long. As you can see, we have one. This is Spiritus Gista pouch. It's just a big stuff for you. You can see it's just a big empty pouch. That's in case I need to throw something in it. I have that capability. Down here we got our med stuff, basic IFAC stuff. Little life hack. North American Rescue on Brownells is kind of like the go-to for me. They make really affordable kits and it's the best stuff. I mean, it's North American Rescue supplies in it, so I mean, you can pay for the really cool pouches that the other companies are doing, but it's the same shit inside. Cool thing with the North American Rescue stuff is it normally comes with a tourniquet in these pouches. And something I noticed is a lot of the other companies don't do that. It's just like all the IFAC supplies without the tourniquet, and it costs a bunch more. So we're getting off track. Short duration, that's what I'm getting at. This is gonna be a short duration setup. And as you can see, no pistol stuff. So Yen, you and I were just talking about this. I was telling you the way that I see it. If I have my plate carrier, that means I have a rifle. Make sense? Therefore, I have all my rifle stuff on here. Rifle mags, etc. Then, to go with that, my belt. Typically, if I have this, I'll probably throw this on, but not always. So, the way I have it set up, anything that has to do with my pistol, aka just these two pistol mags and the pistol, is on the belt. That way, I'm not running around with a plate carrier with pistol mags in it and no handgun, and vice versa. If my mags are on here and I only have my belt, it doesn't do me any good. So, it's kind of the way I see that. Let's run through these real quick. What we have here is a Spiritus LV 119, I think they call it. Mark V Spiritus placard, which is like the single pocket one. Triple mag insert. So, and then these, I forget what they're called. The Palagonian. It's not that, but something like that. These covers, I thought these were kind of cool. So I got some aired ones on there. Kind of cool, little scream cover, I guess. Whose is this? This is say in here, Grey Ghost Precision. It's their thin admin pouch. I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool because it's pretty thin. You can see it this way. Basically just have like a bunch of pens and stuff in there. Typically I'll throw like a Right in the Rain when I'm out on the range and stuff, throw my phone in here type of stuff. So just a little thin admin pouch. Plates, Hesco L210s, I think is what they're called, something like that. I like them. They're lightweight, decent ratings for the money for sure. Yeah, just seem like a very common man plate, really. Got the Spiritus sack pouch. Again, that's got our med stuff in it. The tubes, the Spiritus Molly tubes, cummerbund, pretty cool. I really like the tubes. Make it super easy. It's a lot easier when it's on you, but super easy just to throw your kit on and do your thing. Yeah, nothing special here. Just super simple, very lightweight carrier, basically. So, talk belt. Belt. This is the first piece of kit I ever bought. Pretty good while ago. This is a G-Code Assaulter, I believe. It's extra large. You can see she's just about maxed out. So careful on your careful what size you get, because if you decide to lose a bunch of weight, then your belt might be a little small or too big eventually. So what do we got? Super simple. Again, I like to keep these two items super simple. Extra AR mag pouch. It's one of the G-Code ones, just like these. Yeah, it's just there. It's just an extra. North American Rescue. I forget which one this is. You see, it just has typical stuff: combat gauze, tourniquet, airway, all that shit. So it's actually kind of funny. I didn't have any form of like medical patch, so I had one of these from Weaponized Design, and figured it was red, so that works. 2 pistol mags. Really, I might break this down to 1. Might break this down to 1 and delete this. Just not a big. It's a sidearm. To me, it's an emergency. It's an emergency gun. So as long as if you're taking care of your rifle, just keeping up on maintenance and cleaning it. Don't get caught in the trap of thinking it's cool not to clean it. I'm not saying clean your gun after you shoot it every time, but don't. It's just kind of whack, really, honestly. If you got a couple rounds down the pipe, wipe the bolt carrier down, run something down the barrel. So who cares? Flatline fiber dump. It's pretty cool. This is one of the like the OG ones, really. A lot of my flatline fiber stuff is OG. I like them. Chad's a pretty cool guy. I believe that's his name. Chad. Yeah. Moving on. Just standard G-Code stuff. It's got the Cobra buckle. G-Code. I think it's like OSH or something like that. Holster. Does have retention. And just my G45. Surefire Turbo on here. And RMR. So nothing crazy, but I like this. I like this setup. I've had it for quite some time, and if you could see it in person, she's been used. So that's that. Keep it super simple. You know, the whole like KISS acronym. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the way I feel about plate carriers and belts. So take it with a grain of salt. So next up, this has kind of become like my bread and butter right here. Chest rig. You can see this is it's a big boy. It's a big boy chest rig. So kind of the way I described plate carrier. The way I see a chest rig, for the most part, there are variations or deviations to what I'm about to say. Chest rig for me is long duration. You're not super worried about getting shot. If you have a feeling you're going to be shot, put a plate carrier on. Risk versus reward. Risk a little, save a little. Risk a lot, save a lot. It's like a fire thing. It's kind of the way I look at some of the stuff. So that being said, let's talk about this thing. Like I said, this is a big dog. It's a USMC surplus tap rig. I did throw a Spiritus harness on here. Got our tourniquet. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's what I thought. So we got 7 mags, provisions for a radio. These end pockets are bigger. They also have a larger retention for larger military style radios. But you can drop any of your smaller radios in there. So we got 7 in the rig, 1 in the gun. You got 8. I guess we'll just start left to right here. So GP, things I keep in here. So this pouch here is it's just gloves. What is it? It's gloves, grid beanie, face cover, and gloves down here. So just like on the plate carrier, I want to have an empty pouch, so I can easily empty this pouch if I need to. Throw something in here. This is a Spiritus small GP pouch, but don't get caught up on like the names. Just there's plenty of surplus pouches you can buy for next to nothing. So don't get too caught up, because I mean, like this pouch here, these are like $50 a piece. It's kind of stupid. Always sticking our zippers to the right, because we always know where they're at. Moving on. What is this? ABU, I think, something like that. It's the Air Force pattern. Dyed with the RIT dye, but it's a single, not single. It's a single slot, but dual mag pouch. What we have in here is our observation device. So we have a Vortex Solo RT. This is a 8x32, 8x36. Sorry, it's on there. 8x36 monocular. Has the MRAD ranging reticle in it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little setup. I just recently got this, and I've got to mess with it a little bit, but by the end of the month I will have a review out on this. I'm gonna have some time behind it, actually using it, and yeah, fits really good in a single mag pouch. You get what I'm saying with the mag pouch thing. So North America Rescue Roo, got our tourniquet right up front. That's what I like about this one. That's why it's right there. And then you can dump it out. It's got all your stuff. So I don't want to beat on the medical too much, but make sure you have it. Make sure you understand it a little bit, at least enough to until you can find someone that knows what they're doing. Next GP is another Spiritus one. This one here is kind of packed. This is actually being used as a pouch. So what do we got? Got some signaling stuff. Got some CR123s in a little thing I printed. Sharpies. Got a little bit of weapon cleaner, lube, CLP, whatever. Leatherman. Got one of these little Streamlight Sidewinders. These are pretty cool. They have the red filter on them all the time, so you won't ND it. You can power it up a little more. I forget the lumens on this, but pretty cool. Little flexi head one. Another light down in here. So this is a Ozark Trail. So if you know anything, Walmart. This was like $10. Cool thing about this, it's actually a really good just white light, but if you hold it, see, no white light coming on, got your red. So then you just push it, turn it off. You're not NDing a white light. So pretty cool little cheap headlamp that pretty useful. What else do we got? I seen some electrical tape down here. I'm not gonna pull it out because I don't want to mess with all that too much. Mini shears just for cutting whatever. We do have one of the box cutter gear Zap pouches. I know it's gonna be hard to see, but cool thing about the Spiritus stuff is it does have loop panels on the front and the back. So you can see I have one of the pistol inserts that has my stuff in it. Same thing up here, the Zap pouch just sticks right to the front. It's got a Right in the Rain. It's got a zipper pocket in the front, pen, Sharpie, whatever. So basically just an admin pouch that's packed full of shit. Water's good. Just standard GI stuff. Does have the cooking cup down there. Inside it, you got your pockets on the outside for purification, stuff like that. I have some fire starting stuff in it too. And yeah, so that's basically a quick rundown the way I have my chest rig set up. I don't think I missed anything. I don't believe so, but so with this is a big chest rig. If you wanted something a little smaller, there's about 1 million micro rigs out there on the market right now. So what do we got? I guess you'd say the chassis of this is a Spiritus Thing 2. You can see it has these Molly like wings that come off it. These are, I forget the name, fancy material. But you can add things. So we got like a Nalgene pouch on this side. One of those GPs used to ride over here. And then you can stick pretty much any placard, any like Swift Clip placard that you want on here. Same with the harnesses. But obviously I have one of the older Spiritus ones. This does have a Mark IV on it, so it does have a front pouch, full flap, rear pouch. So you put your mags back here, stick other stuff up here. Again, smaller rig. Does have these 2 pouches here, so like radio and a mag or something. Yeah, so you can go smaller. You don't have to have the giant tap rig like that down there, but options. All right, so next up, to go with chest rigs, I said, but what I'm trying to say is long duration. That's why we have so much shit on the chest rig. So next, long duration is the pack. So this is a USGI 3-day assault pack. You can see it's got a sleep pad on it, dual sustainment pouches, and yeah. Let me make sure this is gonna all be in frame. And it probably won't be, but I'll do my best. So like this, I can show you. Just going through a few things in here. Do have a dry bag right here. That's got, what is this? 8 liter. This has, what does it have? It's got wool base layers, so tops and bottoms, a couple pairs of socks, and the Polartec, what is that, level 3? It's like the Columbia fleece, but the Polartec one goes with the other, what do they call that? ECWC, whatever S. It's the Army's cold weather clothes, the different levels. So, got that. Then We got a little bit of room in here on the sides. You can stick more, but I do have a stuff sack right here that has a bivy, a patrol sleeping bag, and Whoopee. So that's that. Let's see if I can just get this in here real quick. That way we're not spilling everything out of here. All right, so now on the sides, let me pop this off real quick. So, sleep pad, cool. Puts a layer between you and the earth. That's pretty cool to me. First one over here, I do have a bunch of the stuff out of this right now. I am doing a little trip here in about a week, so I've been pulling stuff, putting stuff in, etc. Boonie, like I said earlier, put something on your head. Bug spray, that's a must. I do have this guy in here. It's one of the Frog Tog, just ponchos. I always like their stuff. I keep stuff like this from them in like my work trucks and stuff forever. Gun kit, just a DACA with a bunch of gun shit in it, hence the name gun shit. We got tools, gun lube, tape. I know there's a bunch of like bolt carrier parts in here, basically a bunch of shit to fix your gun. So their little gun kit. And there isn't right now, I just washed them. There should be 2 Nalgene's in here with the stuff. So this would go back here, this right here, and then our Nalgene's would be out here. Boonie goes on top, if you want to be able to reach that. And yeah. I'm not going to cinch that because, like I said, pulling stuff in and out of this thing pretty much every day. Again, surplus stuff's pretty cool. You can get these sustainment pouches for, I think, like $11, something like that, from Venture Surplus. You can see I've been messing around with dyeing them, different variations of the dye. Let's go to the front. Front is just going to be like food, basically. Got some like Mountain House stuff. Another one down there. I see a box of batteries. Box of Surefire CR123s. Some power banks. Solar power bank. Yeah. Don't want to harp on this stuff too long. Some 550. More food. I see a Cliff Bar down there. So, yeah. Basically food. Food is pretty important if you're in the woods, or even if you're not in the woods, even if you're just stuck in a building. I don't know. So food pouch. Oh, something I don't have in that particular pouch right now. This goes on top. PVS 14 in here. You can see this is one of the tactical Taylor pouches. I've had this for like 10 years. So never really gets used all that much. That goes in there. This side here. What do we got? Another canteen. That was just in there from, you can hear it's even got water in it still. E-tool. If you don't know what an E-tool is, that guy. So it's used for shaping the earth the way that you want it to be shaped. So got our E-tool, and yeah, got plenty of room over here. Maybe this was the side I was supposed to have my Nalgene's in. I don't remember. But yeah, it must be. Like I said, I've been messing with it off and on, trying to get it packed the way I want it to. So that's like a couple day pack right there. It's got everything you need. Oh, one thing that's not in there, it should be, is the level 5 soft shell. I've been messing with a bunch of dyes lately, and this is one of them. So yeah, it's basically just a warming layer. Level 5 goes on top of like your level 3 whatever. So another thing, and this is all like weather dependent, obviously. If you live in a hot desert, you probably don't even own anything like this, probably. I don't know. Desert nights, I guess, get cold, so I never been in the desert. I had dessert, but no desert. So, just like the other pack, doesn't matter the pack. This is a true spec 3-day assault. You can see it's pretty decent size pack as well. Just get one. Thing I liked about that GI one, that pack cost me $22, so I was pretty pumped about that. But, yeah, lots of different features to things. One thing I did want to mention, I forgot to, with the plate carriers and the chest rigs, there are smaller bags. So if you need a bag, you can obviously throw a smaller bag. I mean, hell, you can get zip-on bags for like the plate carriers and stuff like that. That's also an option. I plan on picking up a Everly stock Bandit here pretty soon. That's a pretty small, that's a 1-day bag. And messing with that a little bit, but bags are important. Check them out. I need to get a bigger one. I need to get a hold of a Molly 2 surplus bag. Water. Water's important. We all know this. Without water, you die. So, 3-liter Marine Corps Camelback here. See, it's got a 3-liter source bladder in it. Yeah, it's a Camelback. I don't know what you want me to really tell you about it. One cool thing about this one, the NSN tag's worn off, or else I'd tell you what they call it. But one cool thing about this one is you do have the small, zip back up. You got like flat pouch there, and you almost have like a tiny like GP almost down here. So it's kind of cool. One nice thing about it is if you aren't using those, it does lay pretty flat, just like a regular, like a slick one. So yeah, it's Camelback again. I don't really know what you want me to tell you about it. So all right, can you tell what's next? Clothing. That's one of the stickers off of a Mountain House meal. That's funny. But yeah, hell, with clothing we get in the footwear as well. We'll start with it. So I really like the Merrell stuff. I don't really know why, to be honest with you. It just works for me. They feel good, waterproof, etc. Have multiple different variations of these. These are Moab 3s, I believe. I don't know. So they work. You can get the Solomons or whatever you want, man. Who fucking cares, honestly? Just get something that's gonna keep your feet dry. They have like Tundra versions of these as well that I have. They're in the house. So keep your feet dry, keep your feet warm. Pack extra socks. All right. Talk clothing. There's a lot of different clothing. This is a True Spec combat shirt. It's great. It's awesome. Sleeves are like the nice thick, like Cordura almost. I don't know what it is exactly, but then it's just like a super thin, like Under Armour shirt almost. Quarter zip. Yeah, cool. Combat shirts are pretty cool. They got their place. Field shirt. This is a British surplus DPM one. DPM's a pretty cool pattern here in Michigan. My God, it's hard keeping up with patterns, keeping up with the seasons, the terrain, and everything here. I'm sure it is everywhere else, but it's like every day it's something different. That's why you can see like the level 5 stuff. You probably think it looks weird, but that like orangish brown, it's a nightmare trying to be camouflaged here. But DPM field shirt. Field shirts are cool. They got like you got large pockets and everything. So like if you're running a chest rig, you got these giant pockets right here. Obviously on your combat, you have like the smaller pockets on the sleeves type of stuff. So again, find something that works. I'll keep harping on it, but like this field shirt was, I think, like 14 bucks. So just keep an eye on the surplus. Pants. So I have True Spec. I forget which ones these are. They're size large, I can tell you that. No, I forget which ones these are, but good thick pants. Not thick as in like hot, but only like thick as in like 2 C's. You're not gonna tear them up super easy is what I'm getting at. Belt, that's obviously the G-code one for our belt setup, wherever it went. But you don't have to overdo it with the pants. Just blue jeans, a good pair of blue jeans. These are the Victos Apparatus jeans. I've had these for years. They're a good solid pair of denim, and yeah, they just work good. So running like something like a plate carrier, again, short duration, fast. You might have blue jeans and Vans on. You'll look pretty stereotypical of the gun guy, but it is what it is. Can't always be wearing multicam. Just other considerations. I know we had talked about base layers in the dry bag in my pack. Something like this. This is a Poly Pro. It's got a nice stain from the previous teenager that owned it, that was contracted to own it. But this stuff's pretty cool. It's pretty warm. Plastic shirts are pretty warm, apparently. So I like this one. I still got to get the bottoms for it. Just waiting for those to pop up somewhere, but it's just another thing to add to your closet. All right, guys, so that is basically a run through of, like, I guess you'd say my kit, almost like my little gear armory. I've got a bunch of shit inside that I didn't bring out because, quite frankly, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it worked, or it didn't work for me. That's what it really all comes down to. Is you can get the stuff, but until you get out and use it, see how it works for you, you're never gonna know if it's actually good or not. So, closing thoughts: get out, use the stuff, and don't get me wrong. You could take other people's opinions on things for sure, but don't base your entire existence on other people's opinions, because quite frankly, we're not all the same. So that's it. Yeah, just get out, do something. That's the big thing. Just go do something. Go have some fun. Throw your gear on. Go outside. Shoot. Camp. Hang out with people. That's it. So, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe. That'd be super cool. And I know this was a long one, guys. So, sorry, but it's a lot of stuff to get through. That's it. Thanks for watching.